Hello. Work ones, pound shop. Johnny London here once again, and today it's with somewhat a heavy heart that I've decided to tackle this thing behind me here. It's my shed, or summer house style shed. I've had it here for about sort of 15 years. The weather's got the better of it and it's been bugging me now for quite some time, and I really do need to do something about it. Now, I've had a good look round already, given it a bit of a clear out, and I can now see the sort of full extent of the damage. There's sort of been water leaking in through the roof. Obviously the roof's had it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismantle the whole thing, then have another look at it, repair any sections that need repairing, make a new side out of some identical wood, redo the floor with a much better wood than it had before. It was just some of that OSB stuff, and that just sort of sags as soon as it gets a bit damp. If you remember from my other videos, I've got a load of decking, and I think I can probably use that, and that'll make a really good floor, won't it? And then for the roof, I've got some pallets, and I think what I might do, I might just use all the strip wood off that, again, instead of OSB. That'll be a lot stronger, and you know, if any water does get in a little bit, it won't give up at the first sign of trouble. And also obviously a nice heavy duty sort of 20-year roofing felt to go on top of that. So I have quite a lot of materials to buy, and it's not going to work out sort of amazingly cheap, wood being the price it is these days, but that's the way I want to do it. Part of the reason for that is because my dad bought me this shed back in the day, and I feel it only right to sort of you know, save it if I can and reinstate it. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, as I said, I've really been clearing out, and I've loosened up a lot of screws and had a good look at it, so it shouldn't be too much of a job to just completely do the demolition now. So let's get cracking. My roof box makes a handy store for the gardening tools. It'll do for now at least. There we go. The old boat trolley. That's about everything. Old wood. Not much good, but hang on to it for now. What's left of my old workbench. I've already loosened up the beading, so these come off easily. Not much use. These beadings might be okay though. Temporary ladder store. Some junk from round the back. Let the demolition begin. Here's some of the roof, and here's the rest of it. This is the rotten side. Glad to get it off, actually. Well, as you can see, that's the bad side. I'm not binning it just yet because I can use it for measurements. Well, possibly, but I've got the other side to work off anyway if I'm not sure. So either way should be okay, but might even need a couple of bits off the bottom of that. You just don't know at this stage. Next, I tackle removing the doors. 3 hinges each side. The sides of the shed are just screwed together. There's no separate frame or anything, a bit like a modern car. I just need to disassemble in a sensible order, so nothing comes crashing down. That was a controlled crash. I just realised, I don't think I really filmed much about the little sort of extension bit I did at the back. There was sort of a couple of pallets there with a little extra bit where I was keeping my ladders and long bits of wood, but that, obviously that's all fallen down now, so I'll just get that out of the way. There we are, you can just see a bit of what I meant about that sort of extra bit I made at the back there, sort of remnants of it. I'll leave those for now because they're not going to be in the way, and I'll concentrate on getting the main part of the shed sort of watertight for winter, and then, you know, before the bad weather comes, if I can get anything else done at all, then that'll be a bonus, but if not, at least I'll have the sort of main bit done. And here's the problem with the base, as you can see. The firewood just keeps coming. Interestingly, it's not at all bad underneath the floor. I expected it to be pretty grotty. Well, their base is pretty darn good actually. I did put it on a load of rubble and muck and stuff before. It's not perfect, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift all these big heavy old slabs up, chuck a bit of gravel or something down, and then just sort of bed them in again, but I'll just do them pretty much the same as they are now. I should have added that I've already taken off all the electrics, so there's the mains and a sort of old phone cable and a thing for the router, and what I've done for now, just put them all nice and IEC regs approved under this plastic box. I'm sure that'll be just fine. Plenty of old screws. Of course, another thing that had to come off was the hose, but that's all still live and working as needed. Oh, just received a delivery actually. That was a stroke of luck. And after lifting a couple of those heavy slabs, I think that's where we'll leave it for today. See you next time.